Hello guys, my name's June, and in this story you will see how I screwed over my ex-husband David and ex-mother-in-law Jessica, who tried to play me dirty. I'm by no means a clever woman with a lot of tricks up my sleeve, so there was no setup or any plan of revenge. What happened to me was pure luck, with a good dose of stupidity on Jessica's end. So let me start from the beginning. When I dated and married my now ex-husband David, I thought that he was simply a very ambitious man. He did play the part of a loving boyfriend and fiance very well, but also dedicated a good chunk of his day to work. When we were in a relationship, I was never left wanting for anything. I got it all from him: love, affection, and care. He was at that time building his business and taking it to the pinnacle of success. I was super proud of his work, but never ran after his money. Still, his mother Jessica was always convinced that I was after his money. She said, "Don't think you have me fooled, June. I know for a fact that you are after David's money." "You are mistaken, Jessica. When I and David first started dating, he didn't even have this much money. I have always supported him and never asked him for anything." "Oh, please. I'm sure you have asked for plenty of things. My son doesn't give you any because I have taught him never to spend money on stupid things like gifts and girlfriends. His drive to become wealthy was born because I taught him well." "No, you didn't teach him well. Sure, he's a good man and a loving partner to me, but he is very money-driven and values it a lot. I know for a fact that you always drilled into his head that money and being wealthy is everything." It was true. David was obsessed with money. Building his business wasn't a way to follow his passion. He did it because he always ran after money. Jessica had boasted to me several times that I wouldn't get a cent out of him, that he would always choose money over a relationship. I didn't believe her until I married him. Guys, after I married David, he did a computer 180. He stopped being a good husband and focused all his energy on work. No more affection, no more caring words. All he did was eat, sleep, and work. I stayed on because I just thought that he was stressed and had some personal goals with the company. But no, after 2 years, when things didn't change, I had to sit down and have a talk with him. I said, "Our marriage cannot go on like this, David. You have stopped showing me affection completely. You don't even take me out on dates anymore. I have been feeling neglected for a while." "Why do I have to take you out on dates? Those are a waste of money. I don't work hard for you to be a princess, June. We are married now, so there is no need for those silly things." "You don't have to spend money on me, David. Maybe if you just spend some time with me, the time off work, and..." "If I take time off work, do you think my bank will magically get filled with money? Don't be ridiculous, Jessica." I felt insulted. I never asked him for material things. He never gave me gifts or even took me out on dates anymore. He was so obsessed with working and money that he forgot everything. At times like those, I hated Jessica for making him this way. She was still egging him on about making more money and spending less time with me. It was exhausting, having to be alone with zero affection from my partner. So I finally made the decision and divorced him. David fought, but only because he didn't want to give me his savings and alimony. I did find work after marriage, but David's income was too high, so the court awarded me alimony. David was not happy, and so wasn't his mother. She once called me during the divorce and said, "You witch, I always knew that you were after my son's money. My poor son had to marry such a gold digger like you. Now he is suffering. You better know what is right for you and leave his money alone." First of all, Jessica, let me tell you again that I am not after his money. His lack of love and affection towards me made me divorce him. No thanks to you. David has turned into a stone who doesn't care about anything other than dollars and cents. That is the only thing he should care about. He shouldn't be bothering himself with gold diggers like you. I hope the court sees you for what you are and doesn't give you anything. Until then, I will do my best to stay with my son and guide him like I always have. I was a little amused. David was not much in contact with her. After I left the house to live on my own, David realized that he could guard his money better if he didn't have to look after another person. He started cutting off people from his life so that they couldn't ever ask for his money. I honestly believe that he had some mental issues that he needed to get checked. He was acting very bizarre. He only had his mother in his life before the incident, which I will tell you soon. It happened just a few weeks after we got divorced. One fine morning when I was minding my own business and getting ready for work, I got an unexpected visitor at my house. I opened the door to see my ex-mother-in-law waiting for me on the patio. Honestly, I was surprised to see her. She doesn't live in our city, so she must have driven to see me at my house. She was absent for most of our divorce proceedings, but didn't fail to egg on my ex-husband. She was quite furious when the court gave me a good chunk of David's money and alimony, so I had no idea why she would even try to interact with me again. Jessica pushed her way past me and said that we needed to talk. I sat her down and went to the kitchen to make some coffee. When I was coming back, I saw her go through my bag on the couch. She didn't see me and I couldn't find out what she was trying to do before she saw me coming. When I sat down, I said, "So, what brings you here, Jessica? I don't see why you would ever need me or want my company, so it has to be something serious." "You are funny, June. I have no idea who in this world would ever want your company. And you are a useless woman, so I can't get anything out of your help." "Okay, then pray tell me why you are here. I only invited you in because I thought it was something important or an emergency." "Well, this is important. I have come to tell you what a waste of space you are. You ruined my son's life. And I hardly did anything, June. He was an absent partner, so I divorced him. The court did the rest. I didn't ruin him like you said." "Yeah, you did. I always knew you were after his money. Your divorce proved it to me. Do you think I don't know how much the court awarded you in the divorce? You bled my son dry. If you think I will let you get away with it, you are wrong. I will ruin you. Consider this a warning." Jessica went on, calling me names and giving me various kinds of threats. I was seriously baffled by what was happening. I never thought she would drive for hours just to come and yell at me. It was amusing and annoying as well. I was just wasting my time with her and nothing was making sense. After some heavy threatening and yelling, Jessica left. I sat on my couch, stunned at what happened. It actually ate at me the entire day. But the next morning when I was getting ready for work, I suddenly remembered that Jessica had been going through my handbag. I had no idea why she did that. I quickly checked my bag to see if anything was amiss. Everything was in place except for my credit card. At first, I wanted to be sure that I hadn't misplaced it somewhere. I searched everywhere and couldn't find it. That's when I suspected that Jessica might have taken it. Now, I didn't have cameras in my house, so there was no way of proving this to anyone. So I waited for a chance to see if Jessica would be stupid enough to admit it or if I could trap her. I didn't have to wait too long to trap Jessica. About 2 weeks later, David called me out of the blue. I had no idea why he was calling me because he wanted nothing to do with me anymore. Curious, I picked up the call only to be confronted by a very angry-sounding David. He said, "June, I got a notification that you have spent $15,000 on my credit card. This is insane, June. I am not paying for that. What is wrong with you?" "Wait, what?" "But I didn't even use the card, David. I stopped using it a long time ago. I am not racking up more debt for you, David." "You are lying, June. I can clearly see several purchases, including hotels and activities at a resort. Are you out there partying, thinking that I will take care of your bills?" "Don't be ridiculous, David. I am not spending your money. I don't even know what resort you're talking about. I am at home, just getting ready for work. You can come and check." But I can clearly see purchases made from your supplementary card. It says that you were making transactions in Hawaii." "Like I said, David, I am not in Hawaii. I am at home. And I haven't seen my card for a while. Wait, I think I know who might be making all these transactions. Give me a few minutes. I will find out." "All right then, I'll be waiting." After David hung up, I had a fair idea where my credit card might be. I distinctly remember only Jessica visiting my place after the divorce was finalized. She came to my house to shout at me for ruining her son's life and how I deserved to be alone and miserable for the rest of my life. Now I see that she wasn't there just to yell at me after all. She was probably here to steal my credit card and land me in debt. She had been salty about me getting a lot of money in the divorce settlement, so it kind of made sense she would do something to make it even. To confirm my theory, I called my ex-mother-in-law and decided to record the conversation. I knew it would be important. When Jessica picked up the call, I knew I had hit the jackpot. She said, Well, look who's calling. What's the matter, June? Is something missing from your bank account?" "Ah, so I was right. I see. You took my credit card, didn't you, Jessica?" "It was about time you noticed your card missing. I must say, it's a very nice card with a high spending limit. It is doing wonders for my vacation." "What vacation, Jessica? You need to be a little more specific than that." "I'm talking about my vacation to Hawaii. I took a grand tour with my friends. We are honestly having a blast. 5-star services and all." "Let me be straight here, Jessica. Did you take my card and just spend $15,000 on it?" "I didn't just spend it, June. I took it last week. Went on a shopping spree, booked a vacation, and am still making some amazing purchases." "Are you kidding me right now? You spent $15,000 on someone else's card? Have you no shame?" "Why would I, Jessica? You were the one who took my son to the cleaners and got a chunk of his money. If you think I would let you get away with that, you are wrong. So I decided to take your card and make it even. You know, spend some of your money so that the scales are even." Jessica had a hint of laughter in her tone when she revealed her grand plan to me. Her confession was all I needed to ruin her life. She had ruined her son's life already. I didn't need to help her with that. Jessica didn't know how disastrous her actions would prove to be, not just to herself, but also to her son. I let her have a moment before laughing aloud myself. She seemed surprised by my laughter. She said in a nasty voice, "What are you laughing about, June? If you think that you can call me to stop using your card, you are wrong. I'm hundreds of miles away, and you can't make me give you back my card. I will make some more purchases and only return the card when I am satisfied with myself." "Oh my God, you poor thing, Jessica. I don't need my card back. You can keep it and use it as you please." "Oh, I don't mind at all." You don't mind me spending all your money?" "You need to get your head out of your butt, Jessica. I don't know why you think you are spending my money." "What do you mean? I'm using your card for my purchases. That's how you know that I've been using it." "Yes, you are using my card for your purchases, But that's not why I knew what you were doing. Your son got his bank statements today and he informed me about it. What nonsense. My son hates you now and doesn't want to talk to you. Plus, why would he get notifications of your credit card transactions? You must have short-term memory loss or something, Jessica. Did you forget that the court has ordered David to pay off my credit card bills? The card you took is connected to his bank account. It was a supplementary card I had before our marriage. He forgot to get it back. Thanks for taking it off my hands. Now, there was a stunned silence in Jessica's end. She was trying to figure out if I was lying or if she had really messed up that badly. You see, she must have forgotten that the court had ordered him to pay my credit card bills. It wasn't my personal account, but a supplementary card linked to David's bank account. David had let me keep it, but he was the only one who used it to buy stuff for business. When I presented the proof to the judge, she instructed David to make those payments even though the card was in my name. Jessica had either forgotten that or simply thought that I had given the card back. Truth is, I was supposed to give David the card back once he returned from an emergency business trip. That was before Jessica swooped in and stole it. When Jessica realized the whole deal, she started to sound panicked when she said, No, that can't be possible. You are saying that my son has to pay off these bills? Yes, Jessica, your son will be the one paying off the bills, so spend as you may. It doesn't affect me in any way. No, this can't be happening. You are lying. You are lying. Jessica's panicked denial was the last thing I heard before she hung up on me. I guess she couldn't handle me speaking the truth. I did my part and confronted her. I had the recorded conversation to nuke her life for good, and I was first going to nuke her relationship with her son. I was curious how David would react. He did love his mom, but I knew he loved his money more than anyone else. So after Jessica hung up on me, I proceeded to execute part 2 of my revenge plan. I called David and said, So, I know someone took my card and is making those purchases without my authorization. I'm thinking about filing a police report, or you can do it with me. What? Someone took your card? Do you know who it is? I will definitely go after that person. The $15,000 is no joke to me, June. You need to tell me what you know. Brace yourself for this, David. It was Jessica, your mother, who stole the card from me. I guess she did it last week when she came to my house to yell at me. Something about ruining your life and that. I guess she was really there to steal my card. What nonsense are you spewing, June? Just because my mom is also on a vacation to Hawaii doesn't mean she's doing this. You can't just accuse my mom like that. I am not accusing your mom without proof, David. I have her own confession to the crime. I called her and confronted her. She told me everything. No, I don't believe you. My mom would never do that to me. She wouldn't want me to lose money. She thought that she was spending the money that I got in the divorce from you. She even said something about evening the scales. If you don't believe me, I can send you the proof. It will make things crystal clear. Yes, send me what you have. I need to get to the end of this nonsense. I sent David the call recording after hanging up. It took him some time to call me back. He was probably too shocked and furious to see what his dear mother had done. He called me back, and I said, So, is this proof enough for you, David? Like I said, I wasn't the one who racked up the debt from the credit card. It was your damn mother. I can't believe how stupid she is. This is why I kept her far, far away from my money. God, I don't know what has gotten into her, but I am not paying that off. I will sue Mom. Really, David? You want to sue your mother? Of course. She may have thought that she stole from you, but it is me who she stole from. There is no way I am paying that ridiculous credit card bill from my pocket. I highly doubt your mother has that kind of money lying around. Plus, she knows now that she is using your card. She may be spending the rest of the trip paying out of pocket. Mom doesn't have that much money laying around for sure. That's exactly why I need to sue her if she refuses to pay me back. If she refuses to pay, you need to go to the cops with me to report the card missing. I agreed to go with David to the police station. I was honestly a little shocked that he was considering suing his mother. Then again, it's David who knows nothing beyond money. And that was almost entirely Jessica's fault, who made him that way. But now it's all going to come back and bite her in the butt. I was getting front seats to the drama. From here on, I will give you an abbreviated version of what went on. I got all this information from David and a few other sources from his family, who was still close to me. After my talk with David, he called and confronted Jessica. She was really remorseful when she realized that she had indeed used his money. David was furious and laid it thick on Jessica. He informed her that she needed to pay him the money back or else he would sue her. Jessica thought that he was bluffing. They had a big argument and Jessica came back home early. Still, she thought that she could get away without paying the debt. Days passed and David gave her a final warning and even sent his lawyer to her. That made Jessica realize that David was dead serious. She did all sorts of things like begging and crying for mercy. The money was way too much for her and she would have had to take 2 jobs to pay it out. Did that make David change his mind? Of course not. He made her pay him back. As far as I know, she is still working 2 jobs and making payments. The lawyer made her sign appropriate papers to make sure she didn't get away with it. When everything was settled, David and Jessica's relationship was over. They both blamed each other for the incident and are now not even talking to each other. So much so for having a great mother-son bond. Anyway, I had a lot of fun watching everything from afar and knowing that I was free from that disastrous marriage and family.